Hello, my name is DragonBoy990 and today we're looking at one of my own designs, the automatic spleef machine. It doesn't look very automatic right now, but believe me, this thing will have a minigame set up for you in seconds. One thing I do advise is once I place this piece of redstone dust here, it gets noisy, so it's best to just leave it to do its thing. So you can hear why it would be noisy, but we'll just step back and look at the cobblestone form. So what's happening here is the water and lava are mixing to make cobblestone. The cobblestone gets pushed out here until it gets in front of the server, activating these pistons which push it, but it also activates this piston which pulls it away, and then it also activates this piston here which pushes it down. And what happens down here? Well, I'll just poke a little hole in here and you'll see what happens right now. Look, a bit of TNT goes down, and that blows up any cobblestone which might get in its way. I actually need to make this a bit deeper, the bedrock chamber a bit deeper, so I'll wait for the okay, let's see. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yes, and what spleef is you'd be trying to break all of these cobblestone blocks before they regenerate. And then in case you're wondering what happens with the spare cobblestone, it goes down here and gets blown up by the TNT, so you can just leave this thing running until the entire spleef is filled up. I'll spare you who are watching that later, but once the entire spleef is filled up, this piston will stop, but this one will keep going, and to stop it, you just simply break this bit of redstone, and everything pauses. And you can enjoy a nice game of spleef, seeing how fast you can break the big cobblestone wall. And of course, if you want to, like my dad suggested, you can have this pointing upwards, so you can have a giant stone monolith that always regenerates itself when you try to break it. But I'll just show you how to make this spleef game for now. So here's me going around punching all of this to make sure. Okay, so now I'll show you what you will need. So if I go into the items tab, you'll need redstone dust, redstone block, you'll need both types of piston, observers, a type of building block. I used glass. I use glass so you can see what's happening. And let me think, you will also need a repeater. And finally, you will need a lava bucket, well, a water bucket and a lava bucket. I'm just going to be doing a simplified version of this, so not as wide. Actually, I will be doing this. I'll be doing an exact replica. So what you do is you place down the initial framework. Okay. So just like this, you're wanting something like this, I'm having trouble building it because I'm weird and that sort of thing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add in the water bucket at one side, and then you're going to add in the lava bucket at the other side. And when the cobblestone forms, you'll break 2 blocks on either side, and then you'll build out, and then have a regular piston facing towards it, pushing that way. Then place down a bit of redstone dust and a sticky piston behind it with a block of redstone attached to it, and then place down another glass here in between the redstone dust and the block. And then to measure, put redstone dust there, and let it build out and see how far it gets. While we're waiting, we'll have this one going in the background, why not? So we'll see how big this one gets, and we might even play a game of spleef at the end. See, okay, this one's reached the max. Break this redstone dust, and then where it goes its furthest, you want to place an observer facing it, and then you want to place a row of pistons facing towards the cobblestone, just like this. And then one block under that, you want to have your building block, and then you run redstone. Oh, not that. Not this, you fool. I'll just put that there. Actually, no, I'll not be lazy. Okay. And then you put redstone dust all along the back, and they should all connect up to the pistons. Hence. Then you want to build around in a bit of a U shape, and you want to have you want to have a sticky piston this time. Remember that sticky piston. Oh. That was not what I was meaning to happen. I guess now we don't need this cobblestone wall here anymore. And you want to have some redstone dust going to that. Then above that, you want a regular piston facing downwards. You can see, I think you can see what this is looking like over in the background there. And every now and then you can hear a little explosion coming from this one. It's fun. And then you have some redstone dust going around here. And then you want to have some redstone dust going on around the back here. Have a repeater here next to this piston, and put it to 4 ticks. That's what works best, that I found. Oh. Actually put it to 3 ticks, and then have another one here at 1 tick. And then I think that should work. Help me, I'm forgetting. Okay, it's like this. So you want a gap here. And then up here. And then, so 4 tick repeater going up to this piston. And then you want to dig a hole in the ground. And then and next to the hole, you dig down a bit as well. Make sure that they're both the same depth. And then if you're in creative mode, you'll want to use bedrock. If you're in survival mode, you'll want to use obsidian, because you can't break bedrock in that game mode. Random explosions. So you place down your bedrock and have it cover bedrock or obsidian, and you have it cover all the walls up to about 2 blocks from the surface. So it's almost like a bedrock chamber that you saw earlier that I was fixing up. Okay. But now you should nearly have all the walls covered. Now remember, bedrock is only for creative mode. If you're wanting to do this in a survival Minecraft world, then you'll want to have this be obsidian, but be aware sometimes you may have to replace it. And then up here, so you should now have a 3x3 pit with his piston facing down over this side of the pit. And then if you place a block here, place an observer facing that block, then you can feel free to break that block. And then, oops, one thing I forgot you'll also need a dispenser and plenty of TNT. So once you've placed the dispenser, there's no need for any redstone dust here. I'll just clear my inventory, and then you can pop as much TNT as you need. Just remember, you will need to refill it, since it does use more than yet necessary. That's just so this is simples. And then that's it. This is complete. I will give you a show of it working. But first, let's see how far this one has gone. Okay, it looks like we've finished just in time to see this one finish. So this is the biggest spleef area you'll get. I believe it's a 12. Hold on, let me count. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by, so a 10 by 12 area. I think that's 120 blocks to break. And as soon as you break one of the back row blocks, it starts regenerating. Oops. Looks like we may have had some catastrophes in here. I didn't make the bedrock chamber big enough. So, but yeah, it looks like none of the actual redstone has been bothered, so that's okay. And speaking of redstone, let's add some redstone dust to this one and see how it functions. Okay. So just to check that everything functions. Okay, it's going across. Everything's functional. Check that everything's wired up. Yappy doo. Sorry, should she. It's pretty much the exact same thing here. Okay. And now to check that the TNT is working, I'll just make a little hole here so we can peek inside. Now once this second one reaches the observer, we should see a piece of TNT go down and hopefully not blow anything up. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like nothing blew up, so yep, this is good. And as the cobblestone slowly makes its way down, it'll also be blown up by the TNT. So that is my spleef game automatic machine thing. I forgot the name for well. Call it what you like. Feel free to add it to your world and have a fun little mini game, or add it to your own world on the Minecraft marketplace and have it as a little mini game, or as a fun thing for a cyber world. I don't care. Just enjoy building it and having fun with it. Dragon Boy out. See you guys next time.